Every year after 60, you can lose up to 3% of your muscle mass if you don't fight back. Imagine waking up weaker, less stable on your feet, and more prone to falls, all because of something you could have prevented. Tonight, change the odds in your favor. There's one simple, accessible food you can eat before bed that helps preserve muscle, rebuild strength, and slow the march of aging. Forget complicated plans or expensive gimmicks. This is about reclaiming control of your body, starting with what you eat tonight. After the age of 60, something subtle but powerful begins to change inside your body. Muscles you once took for granted start to shrink, weaken, and lose their resilience. This process is called sarcopenia, a term that describes age-related muscle loss, and it's far more common and impactful than many people realize. Researchers estimate that older adults lose between 1% and 3% of their muscle mass every year after 60. Over a decade, that adds up to a staggering decline in strength, stability, and overall vitality. This isn't just about looking less toned or feeling a little weaker. Sarcopenia has profound consequences on your daily life. The loss of muscle means the loss of functional strength. Getting up from a chair, climbing stairs, carrying groceries, or even maintaining your balance becomes more difficult. For many older adults, this leads to a vicious cycle of reduced activity, further muscle loss, and increased frailty. One slip on the stairs or in the shower can mean a broken hip, months in recovery, or even permanent disability. In fact, falls are one of the leading causes of injury-related hospitalizations in people over 60, and muscle weakness is a major contributor. But why does this happen? Part of it is natural hormonal change. As we age, levels of hormones like testosterone and growth hormone decline. These hormones help maintain muscle mass and support the process of rebuilding muscle tissue after activity. Without them, our bodies have a harder time synthesizing new muscle proteins. In addition, many older adults become less active, whether due to work changes, retirement, chronic pain, or simply the mistaken belief that slowing down is inevitable. The less you move, the fewer signals you send your muscles to stay strong. Diet also plays a critical role. As appetite decreases with age or eating patterns shift, many people don't get enough high-quality protein. Protein is the building block of muscle. Without enough of it, the body can't adequately repair the tiny damages that happen every day, even just from normal movement. Over time, this imbalance between muscle breakdown and muscle rebuilding leads to net loss. These changes might sound grim, but they are not destiny. Muscle loss after 60 is common, but it's not inevitable. You can do something about it now. By understanding what's happening inside your body, you can make intentional choices to slow, stop, or even reverse this decline. Staying active, focusing on strength-building exercises, and most importantly, eating the right foods at the right times can help you maintain your strength, independence, and quality of life for years to come. The good news is, it's never too late to start. Every smart choice you make today is an investment in your ability to move freely and live confidently tomorrow. When you go to bed at night, your body enters an extended fasting state. For 6 to 8 hours, you're not eating, but your body is still active on the inside, carrying out countless repair processes, maintaining organ function, and yes, breaking down tissues to fuel itself if it runs short of circulating nutrients. This includes muscle tissue. While you sleep, your body naturally shifts into a mild catabolic state, meaning it breaks down proteins, including those in your muscles, to maintain blood sugar and feed essential metabolic activities. For younger people with robust anabolic hormones and abundant activity during the day, this muscle protein breakdown isn't much of a problem. But for adults over 60, whose ability to rebuild muscle is already reduced, the overnight fasting period can significantly accelerate muscle loss if it's not addressed. Here's where the type of protein you eat, and when you eat it, becomes so important. Proteins vary in how quickly they're digested and absorbed. Fast-digesting proteins, like whey, are broken down and delivered into the bloodstream quickly, triggering a strong but short-lived rise in amino acids. This is great right after exercise when you want rapid delivery of building blocks to muscles. But at night, when you're going hours without food, fast proteins won't last long enough to cover the entire fasting window. This is where slow-digesting proteins come in. Foods rich in casein, such as cottage cheese or certain protein supplements, release amino acids gradually over many hours. This slow release is perfectly suited for the overnight period. By consuming slow-digesting protein before bed, you're effectively giving your body a steady supply of amino acids all night long. This reduces the degree of overnight muscle protein breakdown and supports muscle protein synthesis even during sleep. Pre-sleep nutrition is emerging as a key strategy for older adults who want to preserve their muscle mass. Instead of allowing the body to enter an unchecked catabolic state for hours, a small bedtime meal containing slow-digesting protein acts like insurance for your muscles. It doesn't just feed you for the moment. It feeds your muscles throughout the night when they'd otherwise be broken down for fuel. Research strongly supports this approach. Multiple studies have shown that consuming casein protein before bed leads to greater overnight muscle protein synthesis. One widely cited study found that older adults who consumed 40 grams of casein before sleep saw improved muscle protein balance compared to those who went to bed without it. Another study showed that resistance training combined with pre-sleep casein led to greater gains in muscle mass over time. The science is clear. What you eat before bed isn't just about curbing hunger or indulging a craving. It's a targeted strategy to preserve precious muscle mass. For people over 60, when muscle loss is a serious threat to independence and health, this small dietary change can make a meaningful difference in maintaining strength and function for years to come. So what is the simple, practical, research-backed food you can eat before bed to help slow or even reverse muscle loss after 60? It's cottage cheese. This humble, affordable dairy staple is one of the best natural sources of casein protein, which digests slowly and steadily releases amino acids into your bloodstream over several hours. Unlike fast proteins that peak quickly and then disappear, casein forms a gel-like consistency in the stomach, slowing digestion and providing your muscles with a steady supply of building blocks all night long that if cottage cheese isn't appealing or accessible, there are excellent alternatives. Greek yogurt, especially the higher protein varieties, also offers a slower digestion rate than many other protein sources, though it's not quite as slow as pure casein. Still, it's a great option with the added benefits of probiotics and flavor variety. For those who prefer a drinkable option or want precision dosing, a casein protein shake can deliver exactly the amount you want with minimal fuss. This small change doesn't require a complete diet overhaul or fancy meal prep. It's about using one smart, targeted habit to supply your body with the raw materials it needs to stay strong, even as you sleep. It's simple, accessible, and proven to work for preserving precious muscle mass after 60. When you eat cottage cheese or another slow-digesting, casein-rich food before bed, you're taking advantage of its unique digestion rate. Unlike fast proteins that are broken down and absorbed quickly, casein forms a thick, gel-like clot in the stomach. This slows gastric emptying dramatically, which means your body takes hours to digest and absorb the amino acids it contains. Instead of flooding your bloodstream all at once, these building blocks are released gradually, providing a steady, sustained supply of nutrients throughout the night. This slow release is critical during sleep. While you're resting, your body isn't idle. It's carrying out essential maintenance work, repairing tissues, balancing hormones, and even rebuilding muscle. But if your bloodstream runs low on free amino acids, your body turns to its own reserves, your muscles. This process is known as catabolism, where muscle proteins are broken down to supply amino acids for vital functions. That's a major driver of age-related muscle loss, especially during the long overnight fast when you're not eating anything else. By consuming a slow-digesting protein like cottage cheese before bed, you keep a trickle of amino acids flowing into your bloodstream while you sleep. These amino acids are the raw materials your body needs to perform muscle protein synthesis, the process of building and repairing muscle fibers. Instead of breaking down muscle to get these building blocks, your body uses the ones you supplied through your bedtime snack. This approach doesn't just prevent muscle breakdown, it actively supports the rebuilding process. Studies show that nighttime protein intake, especially casein, can increase rates of muscle protein synthesis overnight. That means you're not just avoiding loss, you're promoting growth and repair. For older adults whose ability to build muscle has declined with age, this is an invaluable tool for preserving strength, function, and independence. If you also exercise, especially resistance training, the benefits multiply. Exercise provides the stimulus for muscle growth, creating tiny tears in muscle fibers that signal the need for repair and adaptation. By combining strength training with a pre-sleep dose of slow-digesting protein, you're giving your body exactly what it needs to recover and rebuild stronger. This synergy between training and nutrition is especially important after 60, when maximizing every opportunity for muscle maintenance becomes crucial. Ultimately, a simple serving of cottage cheese or another slow-digesting protein before bed is a smart, targeted way to fight age-related muscle loss. It ensures your body has the nutrients it needs all night long, transforming sleep from a period of vulnerability into a powerful window for recovery and growth. The idea of eating protein before bed to preserve muscle isn't just a fad or guesswork. It's rooted in solid scientific research. Over the past decade, multiple clinical trials have investigated the effects of pre-sleep protein intake on muscle protein synthesis and overall muscle maintenance, particularly in older adults who are most at risk for sarcopenia. One landmark study from Maastricht University in the Netherlands found that consuming 40 grams of casein protein before sleep significantly increased overnight muscle protein synthesis compared to a placebo. The researchers noted that this sustained amino acid availability throughout the night effectively supported muscle-building processes that would otherwise slow down during the long fasting period of sleep. Their conclusion was clear. Protein ingestion prior to sleep represents an effective dietary strategy to increase overnight muscle protein synthesis. Another study focused specifically on older adults combined resistance training with pre-sleep protein intake. Participants who consumed casein before bed while following a strength training program not only preserved more muscle, but also gained significantly more lean mass than those who trained without the bedtime protein. This finding is particularly compelling for people over 60 because it demonstrates that the benefits of exercise can be enhanced simply by tweaking your nutrition. Nutritionists and trainers increasingly recognize the power of this approach. Sports dietitian Dr. Stuart Phillips has highlighted the importance of spreading protein intake evenly throughout the day, including before sleep, to maximize muscle maintenance, saying, "Your body doesn't just grow muscle between breakfast and lunch. The nighttime period is a huge opportunity for recovery and growth if you feed it right." Skeptics sometimes argue that late-night eating is unhealthy or that it simply leads to weight gain. But the key difference here is what you're eating. A protein-rich, low-calorie food like cottage cheese before bed isn't the same as snacking on chips or sweets. Studies show that slow-digesting proteins don't spike insulin dramatically or promote fat storage the way carb-heavy snacks can. Instead, they support your body's natural repair processes without adding unnecessary calories or sugar. Ultimately, the research paints a consistent picture. Pre-sleep protein intake, especially from slow-digesting sources like casein, is a proven, low-risk, and accessible strategy to help older adults maintain their muscle mass. It turns a time of natural vulnerability, overnight fasting, into an opportunity to nourish and protect your muscles for the years ahead. While cottage cheese is one of the best-known sources of slow-digesting casein protein, it's far from your only option. Greek yogurt is another excellent choice. Especially the strained, high-protein varieties provide a thicker texture and slower digestion than many other dairy products. It also comes with the bonus of probiotics, which support gut health, a nice extra for older adults looking after their overall wellness. For those who want something a little more indulgent but still functional, protein puddings made with casein are widely available. These ready-to-eat desserts are designed to deliver slow-release protein while satisfying a sweet craving in a healthier way. Plant-based eaters aren't left out either. Soy protein has a digestion profile that's slower than many other plant proteins and offers a complete amino acid profile, making it one of the best dairy-free alternatives. Pea protein blends, often mixed with rice protein for a more balanced amino acid spectrum, are also good options. While not as slow-digesting as pure casein, these blends still offer a steady release compared to fast proteins like whey isolates. Some people debate whether you should use supplements or stick to whole foods. Whole foods like cottage cheese and Greek yogurt come with extra nutrients, calcium, probiotics, vitamins that support overall health. But high-quality casein protein powders or plant-based blends can be very convenient, especially for those with tight schedules or specific dietary needs. For budget-conscious shoppers, the good news is these options don't have to break the bank. Store-brand cottage cheese and Greek yogurt are usually very affordable. Buying protein powder in bulk often reduces cost per serving. With a little planning, anyone can add these muscle-protecting foods to their routine without spending a fortune. Incorporating a bedtime protein snack doesn't mean overhauling your entire diet. It's about making smart adjustments. A sample daily plan might include balanced meals with protein at breakfast, like eggs or Greek yogurt, lunch, grilled chicken or tofu salad, and dinner, salmon with veggies, ending with a small bedtime snack of cottage cheese or a protein pudding about 30 to 60 minutes before sleep. Spreading your protein evenly across the day helps maximize muscle protein synthesis. Instead of loading up at dinner alone, aim for 20 to 30 grams of protein per meal, plus your slow-digesting bedtime portion. This strategy keeps amino acid levels more stable and supports muscle maintenance around the clock. Easy bedtime recipes make it even simpler. Try blending cottage cheese with a little milk and frozen berries for a thick, creamy smoothie with a gentle sweetness. Or layer Greek yogurt with nuts and a drizzle of honey for a parfait that feels like dessert but delivers serious nutrition. These options satisfy evening cravings without sabotaging your goals. One important tip: avoid the common trap of late-night junk food. Chips, sweets, and high-sugar desserts might feel comforting but can spike blood sugar, disrupt sleep, and add empty calories with no muscle-building benefit. The goal is to make your bedtime snack purposeful, focused on slow-digesting protein that feeds your muscles all night long. By planning meals thoughtfully and ending the day with the right snack, you're not just eating to satisfy hunger. You're turning every meal into a strategic move to maintain strength, independence, and health as you age. It's a small change with a big payoff, helping you stay active, confident, and resilient well beyond 60. One of the most effective ways to fight muscle loss after 60 is through resistance training. Unlike simple cardio or walking, resistance training specifically challenges your muscles, forcing them to adapt by growing stronger and maintaining mass. This is critical because without that stimulus, your body has no reason to keep muscle tissue around, especially as natural age-related processes push you towards sarcopenia. You don't need a gym membership or heavy equipment to get started. At home, simple bodyweight exercises can be incredibly effective. Think squats using just your body weight or holding on to a sturdy chair for balance. Push-ups, even modified ones on your knees or against a wall, strengthen your upper body and core. Glute bridges on the floor work your hips and lower back, which are essential for stability and preventing falls. Even standing up from a chair repeatedly is an excellent functional exercise for building leg strength. For most people over 60, aiming for resistance exercise 2 to 3 times per week is a realistic and effective goal. You don't have to spend hours at it. Even 20 to 30 minutes per session can make a difference. The key is consistency, giving your muscles a regular challenge so they get the message to stay strong. It's also important to allow rest between sessions to let your muscles repair and grow. Combining exercise with good nutrition is the real secret weapon. Resistance training creates the signal to build muscle, but protein provides the raw materials. When you follow a program of regular strength work and pair it with smart eating, especially getting enough total protein each day and including that all-important slow-digesting bedtime snack, you create the ideal conditions to maintain or even grow muscle, despite age-related challenges. Consistency is the foundation of success. It's normal to have days when you don't feel motivated or when life gets busy, but even short, simple workouts done regularly can protect your strength and independence. And once you build the habit, it becomes a part of your lifestyle, something you do automatically to take care of yourself. By staying active with resistance training and nourishing your body with the right foods at the right times, you're making a powerful, proactive choice to fight muscle loss after 60. It's not about trying to look like a bodybuilder. It's about staying strong enough to live life on your own terms. Many people trying to fight muscle loss after 60 make avoidable mistakes that undermine their progress. One of the biggest is skipping protein entirely at meals, especially before bed. Without enough protein, your body simply doesn't have the raw materials to maintain muscle. Another common error is eating too little overall. Many older adults unintentionally reduce calories so much that they don't meet basic nutritional needs. This can accelerate muscle loss, leaving you weaker over time. Some also rely too heavily on supplements while neglecting whole foods. While protein powders can help, they shouldn't replace nutrient-rich options like cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, or lean meats that provide vitamins, minerals, and other health benefits. Finally, ignoring strength training is a major pitfall. Walking and cardio are great for heart health, but won't prevent muscle loss on their own. Without resistance exercise to stimulate muscle maintenance, even the best diet can't do it all. Avoiding these mistakes means eating enough nutritious food, prioritizing protein, including slow-digesting options before bed, and making strength training a regular habit. It's a balanced, sustainable approach that truly protects your muscle and your independence as you age. You don't have to accept muscle loss as inevitable. Small changes add up. Start tonight with the right food before bed, support your body with smart nutrition, and keep moving. Age is just one factor. You still have a say in how strong and independent you remain. If this video helped you, consider sharing it with someone who needs it. Don't forget to subscribe for more practical, research-backed strategies to stay healthy, active, and strong well beyond 60. Your best years can still be ahead.